I was thinking about this. So this is a list of things that I think men should just do. Period. Get gas. Wash the car. Bring the groceries up. Anything with the groceries. Like, just put them anywhere. Like, just put them in the kitchen. That's all. Like, I'll pick them. Just put them in the kitchen. How they get there, I don't care. That's anything with the car. Like, literally anything with the car. Like, but mostly like getting gas. Like, getting gas, washing the car. Like, yeah. I think those are just like new things. Oh, and then the rule is like no phone. Like, either Saturday or Sunday, no phone. No electronics.
Here's my thing, right? It's not like I have a problem with what she said. I don't, right? It's like, it's small, it's nothing. One, I don't know why that isn't weaponizing confidence. But two, why women, they seem to not understand why do their takes seem illogical, right? Why? Because if you cannot reverse the logic, right? I.e., if men can come on here and tell you what I think women should just do, right? Just do. Right? And you agree with it, right? And you're like, okay, that's correct. I agree. Then how does it make sense when you do it for your side, right? How? Because that doesn't make sense. Okay, because again, when 2 + 2 will equal 4, even if you flip it where 2 + 2 was the equal 4, it doesn't matter. The solution is still the same, right? Okay, so the solution, you telling what men should automatically do. That's the solution. You telling your gender or the opposite gender what they should automatically do. If it's okay to tell the other gender what they should automatically do, then when men do it, it should also be okay. But what men are finding is that that's the hypocrisy. That is the double standard that women are trying to perpetuate. Women are trying to keep up. So it is okay for women to hold men to gender norms. It is okay for women to have standards of men, right? And again, I don't disagree. But it's the insanity that when men do the same, it's a no. When men do the same, women don't recognize it. Women call it, you're sassy, you're DL, they have a number of shit to say about men. They have a number of ways to degrade or insult or belittle men's point of views. And that's the insanity of it. That's the insanity of it, why women's logic don't make sense, because it doesn't apply to anyone else but themselves. That's why it's crazy.
I want to show you this because essentially this is why, one of the reasoning why men have gone MGTOW, or why men given up on dating, or why men have given up dating, at least for Western women. This is the insanity, right? This is on Facebook dating app, right? It's just a hustle, right? If you can't support my business, we can't be cool. Don't match or talk if you're not gonna support my massages. Real caring men only. Hair and massage services available. If you're not getting to the bag, then what are we doing? What the hell, right? Tired of all the what are you doing and how was your day all the time, or when you're coming out to my city. Talk about some money, putting some money in my pocket. The fuck? I'm tired of the same boring shit. Everybody got the same lines on here. Show me something different. So show you something different? Like, what's so different about you? All you doing is begging men for money. That is pretty much begging men for money. Your massage services? Seriously? And let's be honest. Men would only want one thing from you if they're paying that shit. This is why you saying, right? Transactional relationships right here, right? If you ain't paying her, she ain't dealing with you. I find this is why dating is terrible right now, right? It's terrible. It's transactional. Women don't value anything besides what you bring, like money. That's it. They don't value if if you're loving, if you're caring, if you're supportive, where's the emotional intelligence in that shit, right? None whatsoever. Again, I'm not saying all women, but in my honest opinion, it is the majority of single women, right? The majority of single women do not see men's value beyond his wallet. I believe the majority of single women do not view men's value beyond his wallet. That's it. Okay? Now she may give it to the Pookie because he can pipe it down great. But fine, right? Some superficial thing. If the sex is good, But even that, I doubt she values it that much. It's all about the money. So, great.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you can't afford a woman's lifestyle, then date within your budget. Don't call her high maintenance. Don't act like she's the problem. She likes what she likes. You just can't provide it. That's not on her. That's on you.
If you can't afford a car, don't try to buy it, right? Don't complain about it. If you can't afford a house, don't complain about it. If you can't afford clothes, don't complain about it. If you can't afford a watch, don't complain. You know what? It seems like women are objects. It seems like women are promoting themselves as objects to be afforded. This is why, right? You see it throughout history. Kings, presidents, senators, just wealthy CEOs. This is why these men already figured it out. Women are objects. Women are commodities. I find it funny that women constantly say, "Oh, treat women like human beings. Treat women like equals. Treat women, with self-respect." Yet, at the end of the day, even women boil other women down to commodities to be afforded. In today's day and age, where women are just as equal as men, women can buy their own shit. Yet, at the end of the day, what they boil other women down to being is commodities to be afforded. Right? You want a man to afford your lifestyle? Why aren't you affording your own lifestyle? No, because you're just a commodity to be bought. This is why top tier men know women. Right? At the end of the day, when you're so free, right? When you have agency over your life, you still equate yourself to be a commodity. You still equate yourself to be an object. Again, no man is forcing her to say the shit she's saying. No man is forcing that. Yet women freely still view themselves as commodities to be afforded, as commodities to be bought and sold, right? As commodities to be used with money, right? I'm gonna afford you, right? I'm gonna afford your lifestyle, use you up, and then leave you when I'm done, right? When I'm tired, when I'm bored, I'm gonna afford the next woman. This is why top tier men know this already. It's just the average men that, or, wishing that, love, right? Romance, soulmates, the fancy dream Disney fucking shit. But top tier men know it. Women are commodities. If you have enough money, you can essentially buy any woman. If you have enough money, you can essentially buy any woman. At the end of the day, women show you that. It's just a price tag. They're all gold diggers. It's just how big their shovel is.
We're going through an epidemic in the United States where men are either jealous of pretty women or want to be treated like women. And it's almost like men want to be in the woman's position. They want to be the ones that are being asked on dates and being courted, and the woman should be the one that sets up the dates and pays for everything. Tell when you share your personal experiences with certain guys, they are jealous that because you are a beautiful, intelligent woman, you have access to certain experiences. Because I live in Miami, getting invited to nice dinners, getting invited to go to beach clubs, getting invited to go on yachts. Certain things are free for beautiful women that men have to pay for. Honestly, I think they're jealous, and I think that they want the roles to be reversed. And I'm not saying it's all men, but I am saying it's definitely some men. If you want to be a girl so bad, that's fine, but go and find your husband and stop dating other girls, because this is just a very confusing experience overall. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think men starting to really want the treatment that women should be receiving? I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
The example she gave, it sounds like men want to be treated like equals, right? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like what men are pretty much enacting what women have fought for years. And here's also a thing where I find it funny that she says women's positions. Okay, cool, right? Mentioned, I don't know, fight for or be in women's positions. But why are women trying to be in men's positions, right? Why be a career woman? Why? So should we relegate women to only women's positions, where they have to fully cook and clean, fully take care of the kids, fully cater to the husbands? No. That's misogynistic, isn't it? That's against gender inequality. That's against gender equality. Is that right? So it is okay to not stick women to gender roles, right? But it's okay to stick men to it. That's insane. It's like I find it funny with these same women that will say that men are acting like women or want to be women, yet you will call misogyny if a man tells you to, your place is now cooking and cleaning, your place is in the kitchen, your place is in the home, your place is behind your man, your place is to fully take care of the children, and that's your place. He doesn't need to help with the children, he doesn't need to help with the household, right? Besides providing men things, right? That's when women call that misogynistic. this is the problem with a lot of women, where they are trying to, teeter the line, okay, have the cake and eat it too, where you want to, you want men to be stuck to their gender roles, men to adhere to gender norms or traditional norms. Yet, no woman ever tells another woman to, don't be in men's places, right? Stick to what you are as a woman, right? Things like that, or you should focus fully on cooking and cleaning and not go to work, right? Not be working, not trying to make your own money, right? You should be supporting your man. No woman ever does that because they want the best of both worlds. They want to pick and choose.
You should never chase a man because love that's meant for you won't need convincing. When you chase, you trade your peace for someone else's attention. You start forgetting your worth, dimming your light, and trying to earn what should come naturally. A man who truly values you will meet you halfway, not make you run after him. The right one won't need to be chased, okay? He'll chase you clearly and consistently. Follow for more.
Follow for more. I think this is a thing where when you lie to women, it's the easiest way to make profit, make money. It's the easiest way to gain followers, because this is one, she's thirst trapping. Why, if you're talking to a woman, why are you showing so much cleavage? I can never understand. Do women desire that? Is that a good view for women? No, I don't think so. Women could care less. I mean, to be more modest would be better. And second, I find it funny that, and sounds like kids in the background, so single mother, no ring, and yet advising women on dating, how to get a man, or how you should go about getting a man. Where's your proof? This is the thing, I've said this, I've never advised anybody on how to date. I'm not anyone better. So I'm not like out here trying to be your dating coach, because no, that's stupid. I'm not someone special. I have no proof or evidence of it. But I find it funny. It's usually the people who have no evidence, no proof of success. They're out here peddling shit like this. Here's most likely, I see no ring on her hand. I see her kids in the back. So most likely an unmarried single mother peddling you how to go about the dating market. Absolute insanity. Again, this is how low people, particularly other women, think about other women, right? If you lie to women, women will buy. If you say things that sounds nice to women that make that cater to women's emotion, not their fucking logic, right? Not their fucking brain, they will agree with it, regardless of whoever the message comes from. Even if men pander to women would be absolutely fine with, as long as you pander, as long as you reinforce women's ideology, women will love it. And that's the problem, where women cannot distinguish, what is logical, what makes sense, instead of, what feels right. Yeah, that is the delusion right there. And women like this is just funny, right? You thirst trap men to build a following, but you also try to, build a following by lying to women. Great.
Short on rent and I need to pay it by Friday. Do y'all have any ideas of how I might be able to come up with $500 and with that a car? I don't have a car.
There's a couple things I wanted to talk about. I had a girlfriend when I was broke, right? When I was broke, I had a girlfriend. There were times when, she made me broke, right? So let's just say that, like, she made me broke. There were times when she calls me out of the blue, and to say like, oh, I need this amount of money right now. I need this amount of money today. I need this amount of money tomorrow. I need this money in a couple of days. And I'm always racking my brain. How the hell can you make a couple $100s within a few days, within a day? How? I can't imagine how you would do that. Particularly, like, I'm gonna talk about her case, but I'm just like, I would love to know, because I cannot understand how you can make, let's say, $500 in a matter of 2 to 3 days. Is there a way? Besides, let's say, as a man doing illegal things, selling certain things or gambling. I cannot. But if I'm gambling, I need money to begin with, right? I need to use collateral to gamble with. So if I had money already to gamble with, it's like, okay, I already have money. It's like I don't have money, right? You're short on money. So you're using money that you're short on is like It's kind of just idiotic. But again, I can't think of any way. How can you make a couple $100s in a matter of a few days? I don't know. I mean, unless you have a skill, I guess. Unless you have a skill set. I figured if you know how to do someone's hair, you can do a couple hairs in a matter of, I don't know, a couple days or a day or two. I don't know, to make that money. Because in her video, right? So let's talk about her. In her video, she's asking about that. Now, I don't know if she has that skill set to do hair. I know certain women that makes a decent amount of money doing hair. But let's say other jobs. I mean, I'm trying to think about it, right? Because you have to do it on the table or, here in your house, because, you don't get paid day by day. It's usually the end of the week or, whatever. There's a pay schedule. But, right, in her comments, a lot of people saying sell her body. That is a surefire way to make money for a woman. So, I was thinking just like, if she doesn't have that skill, it's like, who's gonna pay, a couple $100s when you are shitty at doing hair? So I'm just saying that, like, if she doesn't know how to do hair, that's out of the window. If she doesn't have any actual, monetary skills, that's out of the window. So the only thing is, an option is selling her body. And I was saying that this is, people are saying that, oh, that's terrible, but here's the thing. That's the only surefire way to get that money quickly. And it's your, I don't know if I would say it like this, but it's like your God-given talent, right? That's an ability you naturally have. You don't naturally have ability to do hair or any other stuff. So, but that's why I said too in the comments that you can't get mad at these people for suggesting that, because again, it's a surefire way to make quick cash. And she doesn't have a car, and we don't know her skill set. So I don't know, but I would like to know what kind of ways you guys think you can make a couple $100s in a matter of a few days. But it's not restricted by some boss has to pay you.
I hate to be that girl, but like after a certain amount of time, if you have not bought me something, I'm gonna dip. Like, it 1000% is a deal breaker for me, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I love generous men. Like, I enjoy spending my time with men that enjoy doing things for me, or like nice things. Like, I've been very lucky and have dated some really generous men, and I feel like for that reason, I just would never be able to not date one. Like, we will not fucking last at all if he's not generous. I don't know.
She didn't even last with the men that were generous. Where are they now? This is I love it. I thank you for sharing, right? I love it when women share online, because it says a lot. It constantly proves men's right. Here's the thing, cool, right? You want generous men, you like generous men, awesome. But this is why a lot of women don't realize that they are the reason why their love life suck, or why the dating market suck. You complain that men objectify you. Men maybe perpetuate transactional relationship, but in all honesty, it's women. They objectify themselves. They perpetuate transactional relationships because they have power, right? Women have power. Women have agency. So when you mainly care, your priority is if he's going to be generous to you, if he's going to buy things or give you things, it shows you that he's treating you pretty much like an object. All that matters is the money. That's it. That's all that matters. You don't care about the personality. That's not the biggest deal, because again, she said, if he doesn't buy you anything, that's when whatever ends. That's why it's like, cool, right? Like I said, have whatever standards, preferences you want, but this is why a lot of women don't realize that they are the root. They are the reason why their love life suck and the dating market suck. Because again, here's a pretty attractive woman. She's single, right? She just said, oh, relationship with men that don't buy me things won't work. Well, looks like relationship that men that do buy you things still don't work. So what are the results you're trying to aim for? Just to get things? No, anything more substantial? Then that's why I said you are objectifying yourself. Because there's nothing. Relationships that they buy you things don't work. Relationships that they don't buy you things, they don't work. So all you're trying to go for is just buy you things. That's it. Right? That's all it is. So that's why it's like, please keep on talking. I love it that women keep on talking, because it just exposes them.
Really starting to lose their appeal to me, because what the fuck do I need you for? I just fixed my own car battery in less than an hour. My nails and rings look like this, and I used one singular pink wrench. What can you do for me that I can't do for myself? Men are really starting.
I think it's funny when it comes to women that the more women talk, it shows you that they're no better than the men they complain about. So imagine this, right? Imagine the players, the bad boys, who only use women for their bodies. Guess what? That's their point of view too. What good are you? This is why there's certain men that only have sex with women. They find no other use. They find no other use for these women. Is that terrible? Is that terrible? Because here's the thing. When you are so superficial, when you see relationship as purely transactional, what can you do for me? That's what you get, those toxic ass men. But here's the thing. Women are no different than these toxic ass men. They're no different than the men they complain about. Right? Because again, these men view women for what they can use them for. If they can't use them, they don't need them. Seems like she's just like her, right? This is the insanity of a lot of women nowadays. This is what I'm saying, right? I believe, controversial opinion, women have ruined love. Women have. Because women have now made relationships purely transactional. They made it for all, because this is the thing. Back in the day, it was only for the select men, right? It's the players, the bad boys. Those men, yeah, it's transactional when it comes to them. Now, women make it for all men. Right? It's transactional. What can you do for me? Period. What can you do for me? Could you do something for me to change my mind to want to be with you? Right? If you can't do anything for me, you're useless, right? If you're not a tool to be used, if you're not a wallet to be used, you're not an ATM to be used, you're useless. Seems like it's transactional. Seems like there's no love, there's no nothing. So a lot of men are following suit. This is why, this mindset right here is why hookup culture came about. Right? What can you do for me? Let's just have sex. Nothing deeper. Okay? Very superficial shit. And women don't realize that, sadly, they're the ones who created these things. Okay? Because again, before feminism, that was the world of men. Right? You could 100% blame men for it. Now, the world after feminism, I'm sorry, it's 100% women. You put all the blame on women because this is what women have done. Women have shaped the world to how it is right now, not men. So, superficiality right there.
I do not attract 50-50 men because I am not a 50-50 woman. I attract men who set the standard I set for myself. Half effort, half commitment is not even in my vision. Why? Because I treat myself with full effort and full commitment. And no, this isn't because I'm a money chaser. I make my own. It's about having self-respect. If you want a full life, you better stop entertaining half love and half support.
She attracts nobody. She's single. So is her manifestation coaching ideology helping her out? Not really. Here's a woman that's still single. Her ideology is not helping her out in the relationships, right? And she's preaching relationship ideology. Where's your proof that it works? You don't have any. This is the, and I find this funny. Oh, I do 100% for myself. Great. What do you do for someone else? It doesn't seem, you don't even say you do 50-50 for someone. You don't even say you do 50 for someone else. This is, a lot of times, a lot of women are really funny like this. They say they treat themselves. They say they do 100% for themselves. Great. What does that mean in a relationship? What do you do for someone else? It's ideology like this, right? Shows you how when women view relationships, they view it in a selfish lens. It's about me. That's it. Me. You only care about yourself. That is it. Never when women talk do they say what they do for the partner. They don't. I don't want 50-50 because I treat myself. Great. But why don't you say you don't want 50-50 because you give your partner 100% of yourself? They don't do that, right? They don't do that. Why don't you say that then? Wouldn't that sound better? Okay, I don't do 50-50 because I give 100% of myself. Sounds nice, doesn't it? I think that sounds nice. At least that makes a bit more sense. Saying that I don't want to do 50-50 because I do 100% for myself. Great. But what does that have to do with you in a relationship? Because if I'm in a relationship, I give you 100% and then you give yourself 100%. What do fucking I get? Right? It's like, the fuck you talking about? This is the insanity and the egotisticalness of a lot of women. You only care about yourself. Rarely do I ever hear women talk about the partner. They talk about what they get, how they feel, what they don't get. They don't talk about the partner, what they give, what does the partner get out of being in a relationship with you?
I don't care if this is a hot take, but men should be paying for the first date at least. Like, I went on a date with this one guy and we went to get breakfast and it was a perfect little setup and we went to this cute little place that was in Laguna. Loved it so much and I actually want to go back there because I loved it and the food was really good. We both got avocado toast. Well, the check came and he wouldn't be bothered to even look at the check. Avocado toast? I'm sorry, I did not order a filet mignon, sir. I ordered a piece of fucking bread. You can't pay for that. You can't take out your wallet. So guess what I did? Because I'm me, I paid, right? And he put down $10. Okay, well, when the total's 25 and we're gonna tip the waiter because we're normal humans and care about their work and that's what they live on sometimes. Pick up the fucking bill. You invited me to breakfast. I'm sorry. Like, I'm standing on this hill and I don't care if I'm canceled for it.
I'm standing on this hill. I mean, if a man pays for a date, he should at least get a kiss at the end. He should at least get a mouth-to-mouth kiss. Oh, is that terrible? Is that crazy that men are owed that? Because it seems like women are owed men paying for dates. It's like, this is the thing where I've always paid for dates, but I hate this entitlement. I hate this entitlement. Oh, men, you are owed it. Why? For what reason are you owed it? That's absolutely insane to me. It's like women have lost the plot when it comes to dating. You're not owed for him to pay the date. You're not. You make your own money. Who cares if he asks you out? Who cares? Because this is the thing where it's the reality. If men don't ask women out, nobody will ever go on a date. Nobody. Women in general don't ask men out. And then if men don't ask women out, then women comes like, why aren't men approaching? Why aren't men approaching? It's like, seriously, what do you want? It's like women make their own money. So why complain about that? Because the point is that, did you get to know him? Did you like who you were getting to know? Obviously, it seems like she doesn't. Who cares if he paid or didn't pay? Because if she actually liked him, right? Liked his personality, liked being around him, she wouldn't even care. She wouldn't even think twice about it. But because she doesn't, that stands out even more to her. This is the problem with a lot of women. If you think you're owed something, okay, for going out on a date with someone, then you cannot be surprised that the opposite will be true too. Men would think they're owed something for paying for a date. It's like you can't expect one way and then be surprised the other way. Because again, women have changed the idea of dating. It's like dating is now, I don't know, a game where you have to impress a woman, and maybe she'll give you a chance, instead of going out with someone that you are interested in and dating and going on a date with them just to get them to know even more, to secure the whole feeling that, oh, you're into this person. Because usually the course of dating is that you got to know each other, you talk to each other. Dating is just to cement that, oh yeah, you know what, I knew I liked this person. The dating is just to secure that, oh yeah, I definitely do like this person. But so many people go on these dates that they barely know this person at all. They don't like this person at all from look at dirt. Maybe they think they're cute, but they don't like the person. They could care less if they see the person ever again. Now it's like, you know, that's the thing. Whereas like, if I get to know you, great. If I don't, oh well. Instead of dating was, you already kind of like this person. You know, you like so many things about them. Dating is just to reinforce that feeling. Okay? This is why the whole courtship process, the dating process takes such a long time. It's so tedious, it's so wasteful. Because people waste it. People waste the process of dating, in my opinion. And they change it up where you're no longer trying to get to know the person. You're trying to use the person. You're trying to make the person change your mind. You're trying to put this person in a position where they need to change your mind into liking them. It's such a tedious thing.
Why not? Oh, mandatory.
Take us to Earth Cafe right now.
What's that?
Earth Cafe down the street.
Oh, it's good food?
Yeah.
Okay, I never been there.
Yeah. What type of food do you like?
I like seafood, I like steak. I'm pretty much open. Honestly, I like Caribbean food a lot too, like oxtails.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever had oxtail?
An oxtail?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, damn, you gotta try it for real. You gonna rock with it.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you get it from the right Jamaican spot, it's gonna be solid.
Like an ox?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, yeah, you gonna like it though.
Okay.
You eat chicken, right?
I eat chicken.
And that's a chicken.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Nah, but you trying to hop in though?
Yeah.
I bet.
This is this is the thing where I am, you know, it's hard to feel sorry for women that they do it to themselves. Why would you do that to yourself? For what purpose? Because this is something that a lot of women seem to not be able to grasp. You think you're doing this with yourself to make yourself look good. In men's eyes, maybe you look good, but more than looking good, you look like just a sexual object. You look like someone that's made to be used. That's all he's gonna care about. That's all men like that will see about you, right? Because to be honest, you're disgusting. It looks terrible. But you know what? In a man's mind, like, okay, this woman goes like fake lips, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake boobs, fake ass. She's perfect to be used. Perfect to be used. Because she has nothing beyond skin deep. Perfect to be used. I don't need to feel bad we're using a woman like this, because she's nothing beyond skin deep. It's like most men find most women attractive already, right? Women barely had to do anything I've heard so many women say they walk outside the house in like nothing, with no makeup, no, just like sweats and a hoodie, and they get hit on. You don't have a problem with attracting men, right? You don't have a problem with attracting men. Women have never had a problem with attracting men. The thing is that a lot of women don't realize that their problem is attracting the right type of men. Their problem is attracting the right type of men. And doing that to yourself, you will only attract the wrong type of men. That's it. That's all you'll be attracting. And then you also destroy your body in the process. It's like, seriously, it looks ugly. It looks insanely ill proportional. It looks insanely fake. I don't know. I mean, everyone's adults, so it's like, do what you want to yourself. But it's like, I don't understand it. I just think that it's a detriment, and you're not helping yourself. No, so it's crazy.
Ladies, if you have a job and you make your own money, please do yourself a favor and do not tell men how much money you're making. If he's asking you how much money you're making, then he's pocket watching. And if he's pocket watching, then he's just plotting on how to benefit off of you. Ladies, if you...
I think that's good advice. Good advice for everyone. Seems like women know this shit, right? This is a thing where men should follow this advice as well. Okay? Stop. I find it funny that, we shouldn't care about money when it comes to women. Yet, this advice is never used. This advice is never used on women. Okay? Why don't you just say nobody should be telling each other how much we make, right? Because they're pocket watching. So they're planning how to use you. Yeah, that should be everyone. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be, just telling, personal things like that, particularly money-wise. Because both men and women will use each other. That's understandable. I get that. Good logic. Good advice. The problem is, why just tell it to women, right? Or why just gear it towards women? Because here's the thing, where women like this will never tell other women, don't take advantage of men for money, right? Don't take advantage of men for money. Don't pocket watch men, all right? Don't do that to men, right? Don't care about how much money men make, because, so you don't take advantage of men. No, they don't have the same energy towards women that they do towards men. That's the hypocrisy. I say it's good advice. She was logical. I understand it, but only issue is that women like this will say that to women, but they wouldn't put that standard on women. They would put that standard on men. Yeah, that makes sense.
Tell me this. So I tell you, okay, I'm about to buy my bundles. I need like between $400 and $600 for my bundles. You say, okay, I got you. It's time to pay for the bundles. Suddenly you're mute. Suddenly the conversation stops. Mind you, the bundles have already been purchased. The bundles are literally on their way to me right now. It's the principle behind it. It's the principle of you saying that you got me, but you actually don't, and you're just talking and overly flexing, overly talking too much. And this is why the men loneliness epidemic is skyrocket freaking high. Like, this is why it's so high, because you can't even, just keep your mouth shut, knowing that you can't afford it, knowing that you don't have the money. I never had my hand out asking for nothing.
I want to say this, right? Two things. I agree with her. I want to explain why. But before that, the part where I think is a bit ridiculous is that to say that men are lonely because men can't buy women. Men can't give women money. It's kind of stupid in a way. But why do I agree with her? Is that, I've said this before, I think a lot of men need to stop leading with their money. I think a lot of men need to realize that you stop thinking that you can spoil women. I think men need to, because I've said this before, where a lot of men don't realize that you may have a problem with consistency, in the sense that we have to realize that there's a lot of men that put so much effort in the beginning, right? They whine and dine, they try to impress a woman very quickly just to get her to be interested in him, and they don't realize that you have to keep that up. Like if you, let's say you start dating, you start trying to get with her, the process of dating, you wine and dine her, you buy her expensive gifts, you take her on, amazing trips, you do so much for her. Now you got her, right? Now you got her. Well, guess what? She's going to expect that. She's going to expect that because essentially you have created a princess. You have set the standards. Right? You set this. So because you did all this for her, so she would assume that you would continue because you love her. You want her to be with you. So she would assume that you would continue it because you got her. You want to be with her. But a lot of men feel like, oh, I got you now, so I don't need to. Which I say that's stupid. Right? I say stupid. Where I believe more men should be just consistent. It's like, okay, I'll spoil you when I spoil you, but I'm not gonna go overboard. I'm not gonna do what I can't continue or be consistent with. So I believe it's a stupid kind of dating tactic that a lot of men do. I agree with that. So for me, it's like how I go about relationships. I don't mind spoiling women, but I never go overboard with it because honestly, you will create a princess that you can't handle. And then you will blame a woman for being a gold digger and all that stuff, but in a lot of cases, you essentially created said gold digger. So that's how I view it, where a lot of men aren't realizing that, you created the monster. You created the monster because you showed her this life that, she maybe wasn't thinking about. So, and I also think this is what happens with a lot of other relationships too, where men put so much effort in the beginning of a relationship, in the beginning of the dating process, that later on, they pull back because you're burnt out, right? A lot of men don't realize you pull back because you're burnt out. You're tired. You got her, so you don't need to put that crazy amount of effort in anymore. So I think a lot of men need to realize that. Make it consistent. Don't go crazy. If she doesn't like you by the amount of effort you put in, then she doesn't like you anyway. Right? If she has to like you, like you have to put so much effort in, it's a waste of time. She's a waste of money. She's a waste of effort.
If you're able to buy me a car, then that's somebody's having their stuff together, right? If you can buy me a car,
not mentally and emotionally.
Yeah, right. Not saying I can't buy my own car. I can't, right? But I'm saying if you're able to buy me a car, and it's not an issue, and it's not a threat to your life or to your well-being or to your finances, then you're an eligible bachelor for me.
Okay. All right. What type of? We talking like Chrysler? A little Hyundai?
No, we're talking about a luxury vehicle.
Luxury. All right.
Yes, we're past that, honey. I'm grown. If I buy myself a luxury car,
Lexus counts luxury?
Yes, Lexus counts luxury.
Okay, just reasonable.
Lincoln, a Lincoln.
Lincoln. Okay. Yeah. Okay. A little bit. Maybe like a 2020 Cadillac.
No, like a 2020.
That was a good.
One of the things I have noticed thanks to social media is that this is the problem we're facing. Average women, and sometimes below average women, are honestly the definition of narcissism. Definition of ego, right? Egotistical. And you know what? Fine. I would never bag anybody on their preferences, right? Their preferences, standards, whatever. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But what I see, I'm not necessarily saying her in particular, but a lot of the women that has these, standards and preferences, right? They say all these high-ass standards they have, and then they subsequently come on and then also complain about men. Men don't want to commit, men cheat, men lie. Do you not think that, at the end of the day, you are the problem, right? You are the problem because, honestly, this is where, you don't understand. Because of your personality, your mindset, you are attracting the men that would, treat you the way you're been treating, right? Getting treated, right? Because then you don't wonder why you don't attract good men. Because honestly, good men wouldn't want to deal with you. But the bad men, they would deal with you until they can crack, right? Bad men don't give a shit, right? Whatever your standard is, I'm gonna fake it until I get it, right? I'm gonna play the game, right, until I win. Once I win, move on to the next one. You are an easy target for the players, the bad boys, the bookies, because those are the men you attract. Good men, no. Good smart men, no. Why would you want a woman that's so superficial, right? So superficial, and honestly, she is average at best. To have no humbleness to her, right? To not be down to earth. Like, what? I need a man that can buy me shit, buy me expensive shit. Instead, I need a man that has integrity, morality, that he's loving, respecting, just works hard, he's stable. Right? He has his shit together where he has a roof over his head, he's buying his bill. That's his shit together. Buying shit for you is not a man that has his shit together. Right? That's not the same what I'm thinking about. So that's why I'm saying these women are absolutely ridiculous. They are. And it's just tiring. And this is why a lot of men are just done. A lot of men are done. And that's why you see women like this then come online and complain about men. Oh, men just want to do coffee dates. Oh, men just want to do 50-50. Men are sassy. Oh, men don't commit. Well, guess what? It's because of you. That's what you attract. Because honestly, you're not worth much. It's just how it is.
This is just your reminder that if you ever ask a man for something and he says, we'll see, you need to remind him that he'll never see you again.
You can't convince me otherwise that it isn't women that created transactional relationships. right? You just can't, because I have like dozens upon even hundreds, I think, of proof that honestly, when women talk about men, it's about what they can get from men. That is it, right? Money, lifestyle, right? Just anything, right? Anything out, right? It's men who have to put in all the effort. And never once do you see a woman say, what does she give for a man? Unless they just say, my body, like me. But yet, for a man, just him isn't enough, right? Me is not enough. But, right, for women, that should be enough for a man. And then a laundry list of what men need to do, men need to qualify, okay? Just what men need to have just to qualify for women. And then women wonder why men treat women like objects. Because it's transactional. You're buying something, right? You're buying something, you're paying something. And this is funny. A woman kind of said, oh, just because you pay for it, you don't qualify, doesn't mean you get my body. Okay, then what are men paying for? It's like, there's no more, this is, in my honest opinion too, women are the ones who killed love, right? It's no more about, oh, give me money, but just give me money. That's it. Buy me things, just buy me things. Fly me places, just fly me places. And then you feel like why men just treat women so like objects, because women themselves view themselves like objects. Buy me, maybe you'll get me, but you better pay, and maybe you'll get me. This shit is tiring. Okay, women have killed the gentlemen's. Women have killed love. Women have killed caring for someone on a deeper level. No, if you can't afford it, you can't have it. Right? I mean, so many videos of women saying, I want rich men. I don't want to go to a coffee date because I don't care about getting to know you. I want you to impress me, and then maybe I'll get to know you. Right? Take me to and give me experience, because I don't care about getting to know you, because getting to know you is the least of my priority. Give me an experience. Do something that I would enjoy, because I wouldn't enjoy getting to know you. Right? I would not enjoy getting to know you. This is why I believe, right, a lot of men have just been dejected. It's not about you getting to know people, right? Personalities, just who he is, right? The I don't know, love effort he can give. No, just the monetary effort. It's tiring.
This man just sent me the money for my denim Telfar duffel and to get my hair done tomorrow, and I still don't like him.
Great flex. Cool, right? I've said this before, where I don't blame women for digging that gold. If there's a stupid man out there that allows you to dig that gold, go for it. At the end of the day, these shit like this is why I have no sympathy for weak men, right? You know, the men, when women come here and say, like, why aren't men approaching? Why are men pushing coffee dates? Why men? Those are the men I support, right? Those are the men that have boundaries, right? The men that, would bend over backwards for a woman, okay? When honestly, she cannot give a shit about you. Is that, when she shows you how much disdain she has for you, how little care she has for you, well, that's what you get. Like women say, why do men, women say, why are men like this in the dating market? Exhibit A. Right? It's like now men, or certain men, now having boundaries, standards. Okay, they're not dealing with it. They have expectations. You want equality, you're getting it. You wanted to fight gender norms. Well, men are doing it too. This is the thing where I said this before. Men didn't change. Men adapted. Women changed. Women changed the status quo. Thanks to feminism, thanks to women's, actions and words, they changed the status quo. Men have only adapted. And this is the results of women changing the status quo. Accept it. Now, like I said, I don't blame women for digging that gold, and I don't sympathize for men that have no boundaries, right? No self-respect, no care for himself, right? You want to spend that money on her? Fine. Right? You want to spend money on women that don't like him? Cool, right? but why I don't have no sympathy is he has no right to complain about women being gold diggers, being users, because honestly, you allow it. The only thing I've always believed 100% accountability. The only thing you control is yourself. So whatever happens, you allowed it. No one forced you to do what you did. So yeah, I mean, great, but it ain't a flex. It ain't a flex getting attention from men you don't want.
I hate dating broke dudes.
Then stop dating them. What the fuck are you talking? She's talking about he didn't have a car. He was driving her car around. He never had money to put gas in the car, but he had money to pull up on his homeboy. Shut up, bro.
Put this in perspective, right? For men, the only options men have is the options they kind of make, right? Men have to go out and ask a woman out, and that doesn't even guarantee she become an option. While women have the options of the men that come up to them, and usually it's a lot of men, okay? So she's picking from the men that all come up to him, and it's not like, oh, just one man comes up to you a year, or one man approaches you, or one man DMs you every year. No, usually it's dozens of men, dozens upon dozens of men. While men, they will have to go up to women to create said options, and that doesn't guarantee those options even, lead to anything. So dating for men and women are drastically different. So why I preface that is that a lot of these women come on here and complain about, I'm the losers. I would never date a loser. I would never date I hate dating broke men. But do you realize that you choose these men? Right? It's like a woman going to an ice cream shop. Hundreds of options. Pick one option. Eats that option. She picked it and said, that shit is disgusting. I hate all ice cream flavors. I hate men. I hate that. Literally, you chose that man. No one forced you to pick that said option. And then you come on and be like, I hate broke men. Who forced you to date them? Right? Who forced women to pick the men that they complain about? I see women say, I hate my baby daddy. Who forced you to pick him? Like, I hate this guy, Literally, women are hating the men that they chose. This ain't like back in the 1920s where your father chose the man for you. No. Right? This is like no arranged marriage. You chose him. And yet, predominantly, every fucking time, women come on here and say, I hate this man. I hate broke men. I hate men. When in actuality, they should say, I hate the men that I chose. I hate the men that I'm attracted to, right? Because that's a more specific and more honest answer, or honest statement. Because that shows you that it's not men that are the problem. It's you. You choosing the men that you are attracted to. That is the problem. It isn't men. I really want women to really understand this. Stop saying men this, men that, because in all honesty, most women ignore most men. Most women find most men unattractive. Most women do not interact with most men. Most women find most men invisible to them. So no, you can't put a blanket statement, men this, men that, because honestly, most women do not interact with most men. Most women don't even see most men. Most women don't even talk to most men. That's the thing. Most men are not even in women's purview. Right? The issue is that the men you talk to, the men you are attracted to, that is your problem. So that's why the common denominator is always women. You chose him.
I just went on a date with a man, and then this other girl walks into the bar and leaves. I go to the bathroom, I come back. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna go. We walk outside. The bartender, who I'm very good friends with because my best friend works at this bar, is like, yeah, you just left. I cannot do it. I can't date men anymore.
I'll support you. Stop dating men. But I'll also say this, right? I think it was a jerk move for him to not at least pay his half. But that is an insane tab. This is the thing where I find a lot of women funny where they said, oh, like men are like, it's insane that men won't go 50-50. Oh, it's just a little bit of money. Why are men complaining? $450? What the fuck were you eating and drinking? It's like, this is the thing where, and then you wonder why, right? Coffee dates became a thing, right? Shit like this, the whole scenario. You wonder why coffee dates is a thing. I think she would have not lost out on money if she did a coffee date. And I just can't get over it. $450, and I'm like thinking about it, right? Even if it's equal, right? Let's say split it equally, which I kind of doubt. It's usually not equal. But why did she eat and drink worth $225? That is insane. In one night, that is the amount of food and water or food and drinks you consumed. 225. And then you wonder why men are doing 50-50 dates or coffee dates. This is insane. That is an insane amount. I don't know about you, right? I don't. That's an insane amount. It really is. I swear, I'm just flabbergasted by that amount. I mean, are there men out there that's fine with spending $500 on dates? I mean, if that is you, you go. You have the money. But what a waste of money, right? Because I've seen plenty of times. A lot of these women you probably won't see again, right? You probably won't even want to see you on the second date. Maybe you don't want to see her on a second date. So you just dropped like $500 like it's nothing, and all the more power to you. It's such a waste of money in my opinion.
Single men that think women are gold diggers, or they don't want to take women out unless they're splitting the bill 50-50. So what I'm curious about, Chris, in your cargo shorts, is do you think they're looking for your Applebee's gift card that you have? You think they're really coming after that free chicken Caesar salad? They're not going after your inheritance that doesn't exist. They're not going after the money you don't have. They're not going after the yacht that you've never even gone near. A girl going on a date and thinking that a guy is going to be a gentleman and expecting him to pay for her dinner when he asked her out is not a gold digger. That's called a woman. What you're looking for clearly is another man to date, if you're wanting them to pay for the date that you asked them on. So just food for thought. But if you think I'm incorrect, definitely let me know in the comments and we can chat about it. But if you ask a woman on a date, then you are responsible for paying for that date. Plan a date that's in your price range. Simple as that.
You know, there's no surprise that women like this, who are single, give takes like this. And this video pretty much explains why. When women say, why aren't men approaching? Look at that video, right? Watch that video, and you will understand. That video pretty much tells you why men aren't approaching, okay? This is a thing where I find it funny with women, where, let's say if you give $30 to a woman, you think she wouldn't take it? Just here, $30. I guarantee you a woman will take it. You think she was nothing, right? $30 is nothing, it's not a gold digger, but this is the thing. You're taking free money, you're just taking people's money. Even a man that works at Walmart, he values his money. So if a woman takes his money, there's no return on capital, still views it as a gold digger. Now, I've said this before where I don't chastise women for being gold diggers. Women will do what they are allowed to do, right? If a man gives her money, no duh, she will take it. So I don't view gold diggers as a bad thing. But this is the thing where a lot of women show how unempathetic they are, sympathetic, how they're not understanding at all. Because view this, right? Looking from a man's point of view, right? Like walk in a man's shoes a little bit. Here's our men, right? Average men making what, 50K a year? Nothing special, right? Nothing special. He's not like, he's not like a millionaire, so he's not wasting money, right? But he spends, let's say, $50 on this woman. Okay. She doesn't want to see him again. Next date. Spends $50 on the next woman. She doesn't want to see him again, right? She ghosts him. She's unattractive. So on and so on. Repeat that pattern indefinitely. And then don't you see how men say like these women are gold diggers? Because at the end of the day, no one wants to just take money and just throw it away. No one wants to just take money and just like, I don't know, burn it. That's the idea of how men have about it, right? Men don't have a problem with taking women on dates. Men don't have a problem with spending money on women dates. Men know that's life. Men have a problem is that women, one, they're expectant of it. Two, there's no return on it, right? Like men are feeling like women are just going on dates with men they're not interested in. Yes, men ask for the date, but you would hope that a man asking you to go on a date, you would at least be interested in him. I think a lot of women are not. They will just go on a date for a free meal. And that idea is like, you are essentially a gold digger. Like I said, not a bad thing. Free meal is a free meal, right? I have another video, right? Where a woman said, going on a date with a man, getting to know him is the least of her priorities. Least of her priorities. Her priority is a free dinner and or a fun experience. So that fun experience she can share with her friends. You see that? It's like, that's essentially what men will view as a gold digger mentality. Using a man. You're just using a man for his resources, for his time and effort. So that's what men are talking about. Men do not want to get used. Yes, men ask women on a date. But men would have at least hope that if a woman's going on a date with you, she would at least want something to come out of it. Right? Back in the day, women go on a date with men that they're actually interested in or they want to see a future in. But now women go on a date with men that, you know what? Free meal is a free meal. A fun experience is a fun experience. Whether I get to know him or like him or not, don't matter. And a lot of men are experiencing that. I see another woman where she goes on 5 dates a week, right? With a different guy every day. What the fuck is that? It's like, again, like now these men, and again, like I said, these men choose it, they pay, right? But then other men see this and like, why even bother? Why even bother? It's like a lot of women just using men for a fun experience or just for TikTok content. So yeah, that's why a lot of men feel the way they feel.
Women want free meals. You're right. You're right. I will say it. Some women want free meals. Some women do not care about connection. I'm sorry if you're one of the men that have gone on a date with one of these women that don't want connection. And I'm sorry if they projected that they actually did want a connection and they didn't. But there are so many women that go out on dates, take a risk, peel themselves out of their homes, because trust me, we're all very happy in hermit mode. We are so happy in hermit mode. But we take a risk to go out and to find someone, even though we're still going through the same crap that you are with this dating world. And they should not be blamed for wanting a free meal because a date did not work out. They shouldn't. And you have to pick different women if you're choosing women that just want free meals all the time.
You know, shit like this shows you that women are so privileged, they don't understand nothing. One, what she's talking about, essentially why coffee dates came about. Essentially why 50-50 dates came about. She literally proved why. Second, this is a thing where it's kind of stupid, like, oh, you should pick women that don't. How would you know? How would you know a woman, right? Please tell me. I really want to know. How would you know off the bat that this woman is out for a free meal? Please educate men. Please. Because I find most women give the same amount of energy regardless if they want a free meal or not. And again, this is why men have now taken the step of, let's say, coffee dates. Right? Like she said, the risk and all that stuff. Well, coffee dates help with that. And this is the thing where men and women they're not taking on the same amount of risk. Men are taking on more, controversially, because of the added money benefit, the money equation. Okay? Men are taking on the burden of resources where they're using resources on a woman that don't want them, where that resources could be saved for a woman that does. Right? So that's why 50-50 makes sense. That is why. So, you know, you're both putting in the same amount of risk. And I want to do that detractors and say, oh, what, you know, women are taking on more risk because men are dangerous. And why are you going on dates? Why are you going, I always find that argument funny, right? That excuse funny. Oh, men are dangerous. Women take on more risk because men are dangerous. Men are so dangerous, you go on dates with them? I want to see the logic in that, because thinking logically, if I found women dangerous, like literally dangerous to my health, to my life, I can, for the love of me, understand why would I want to be alone with someone that I find dangerous? I really, please tell me, why would women go on dates with men when they view men as dangerous? When they, oh my God, the added benefit, the added thing of danger. Why go on dates with men? In my honest opinion, real world, women don't incorporate danger into their dating habit. That's how I view it, right? Women don't think, oh, this man I'm going on a date with is dangerous. Women, I don't think, personal opinion, I don't think generally women that go on dates with men are using the whole danger narrative in it. That's what I view it, right? That's not one of the equation, but that's an argument when you do it online. Also, I want to say this, right? This is another, in my honest opinion, consequences or the results of how women went about dating. I believe a lot of women, even though it's not a free meal, right? Let's do that, right? Even though it's not going for a free meal, a lot of women have now turned dating into very, it's like an interview, right? It's like an interview process, which I get it, but it's like an interview process in the bad way. So a lot of women go on dates with men they're not even interested in. They're not really that attracted to. They don't really care that much about. They could care less about him, right? They barely know him. Like, they have no vibe. The date is when they even figure out a vibe or a chemistry on, right? The talking stage have been long gone. They barely talked to him before the date. They barely got to know him before the date. They barely have any chemistry before the date. Nothing is established before the date. On the date is when she finally establishes any chemistry or vibe, any notion of him. So now on the date is now when you realize that, you know, I really don't like this guy. I really don't care for this guy. And this man is now having to prove himself, right? Having to try to change your mind into being interested in him. And a lot of times that shit don't work. So a lot of times men are finding out that, wow, surprisingly, I can't change this woman's mind into being attracted to me. So a lot of men are just one date gone, right? And again, if that happens on and on and on, imagine the mindset of a man. You can't be surprised that men would do like coffee dates, 50-50 dates, where both people are putting in effort, right? If you don't like him, he's not out the money of paying for you. If he doesn't like you, well, you know, there's no problem there. We both came at it equally, right? That's the thing. Coffee dates. If you do, I don't know why internet women. I mean, in real life women, they're drastically different. A lot of real life women, they would be fine with coffee dates. But women online are so hateful of coffee dates. But the logic is there. You're both just into. It's like the coffee dates is replacing the talking stage, right? Coffee date is replacing the talking stage, but with the added benefit of the physical. If you could see if there's a physical vibe. Yet, no surprise that women skip the talking stage. Now women also want to skip the coffee stage, right? The coffee date, and then still go straight to the date, and then I found all these problems with this man. Yeah, you should have found this problem with him during the coffee date or during the talking stage.
Y'all, I feel so bad, right? Because this nigga liked me, and I told him to give me $700 right now, and he came back and gave me $400 and said like that's all he had got. So I'm like, well, where's the rest? He's like, well, I'm gonna give it to you Monday. I was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to add on $200 more dollars. This is gonna be Monday, because I need some shit right now. Like I told him I needed my phone right now. I'm telling him like I had lost my phone type shit, but I had got my phone back, and he's like, okay, I do Monday. He showed me his bank account, y'all. Why I left that man $14 in his bank account? I feel so bad. I didn't want to go back and give him the fucking money back, because it's like, damn. See, this is why I could not do no hoeing. Y'all wanna know he been thinking about me all day. And I just met this man. Like, I couldn't do no hoeing. I couldn't do no hoeing because niggas get like emotional attachments to you and shit like that. He ain't never had a bitch like me. This nigga work at the motherfucking gas station, bitch, and I'm, oh my god, I feel so bad. Should I feel bad or not? Or should I get this money? Cause like, I don't know.
You know, I could be on here saying she's evil, right? Just really saying a whole lot of shit. But you know what? I have a different perspective, and it's like, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Why are we as men so desperate? I've said this countless times before. I've said this, that women and lust are our biggest weakness. Women and lust are our biggest weakness. You are living paycheck to paycheck, and a woman you just met because she's attractive, you gave her every dime. You're not in a relationship with her. You just met her. There's no guarantee of anything. Right? These are the type of men, right? These are the type of men that will give you every single dime you have, every single dime he has. A woman will then take it, ignore him, move on. Then he will go online and complain. Women are gold diggers. Women are disgusting. Women are this. Women are that. Women are whole. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Who forced you? Who forced you to do what you're doing? Like, who forced you to drain your bank account for a woman you don't know? For a woman that has no loyalty to you, no ties to you. This is why I promote accountability. I promote accountability above all else. You are so desperate to impress a woman, to get a woman to be interested in you, that you were stupid to drain your bank account for someone that you don't know. I saw there was a video I did a while back of a man giving an OF model 10K for a hug and a photo op. She took that money and went on a vacation with her boyfriend. We as men are so desperate. We're so desperate. We are like, and that is our biggest weakness. So instead of, you know what, stacking our money up, right? Being a better man, being a financially stable man, right? The 10K or however much money you send to that woman, save it, budget, invest it, use whatever money to improve yourself mentally, physically, right? Financially, right? Be a better man for a potential woman that would value you, that would want to be with you. Because now, like I said, the man that used 10K, the man that drained his bank account, if even a woman was interested in him, he can't give shit to her because he just used all his money. It's like, a lot of us has to stop blaming other people, right? We have to stop blaming other people for our actions. This is why I've always said, I believe 100% accountability. Whatever other people do, that's what they do. This is why I don't blame her, right? She takes it. It's a fucking lesson he wants to learn. I'm really tired of how desperate us as men are. I know I'm saying it a lot, but it's just, it can't be said enough. It can't be said enough. We're so desperate, we get played, and then we come on here and complain about women. How's that make things better? Right? Oh my god, she played me. She took my money. She took all my money. Oh, women are this, women are that. Well, why did you give her all your money? Were you in a relationship with her? Did she actually prove this? You know, trust, love, all that stuff. It has to be earned. You don't just deserve something. Okay? Stop. I really hate things that people think, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that. Or she deserved this, she deserved that. Why?
Okay. Cool. Okay. This is how we're leaving first dates, all 2025. Gift and flowers in hand. Okay? Cool? Okay. This is how we're leaving first dates, all 2025.
You know, this is why I love the internet. Because you don't really need to make up shit. Women will literally prove you right. You wonder why men are asking or, you know, requiring coffee dates, or their standards have changed, where they say coffee dates, 50-50, you know, not standing, low investment, low effort. They're thinking they're sassy, right? Being called sassy. Is because men see shit like this. Men see shit like this. All that effort, all that money, all that time, trying, right? And you see her comment, first and last date. So, what's the point? What's the point of all that effort? Because he could have done nothing and still get the same results. And this is what men see, right? This is how the logic men are seeing. So, in one way, he could have done nothing and still got the last date, right? And nothing. It would be not. No, she wouldn't have gone on another date with him. Or he could have done all that, wasted all that money, and still got no date, right? Got no second date. So what was the point? It would have been more logical, financially, you know, financially logical, and actually responsible of him to just go for a coffee date. Right? If she liked him, great. Then move on to an actual date. If she doesn't, he's not out anything. This is why men do 50-50 date, because it's more financially responsible. If she likes him, great. If she doesn't, he's not out anything. And women can't see the logic. Women can't see that because of them. This is why men have changed. Women of the past didn't demand all this. What they cared about is getting to know the man, just seeing if you can establish a future with the man, if he's right. You know, if he's right, that was the purpose. Getting to know him and seeing if he's right for her. Not caring about presence, not caring about what restaurant they get to, not caring about the experience he can give her. That's not important. It's the person across from you. But women don't really recognize that anymore. And then we wonder why men are the way they are. Oh, I want to say this, right? Women have to understand, men want a girlfriend, not a dependent. Men will gladly spoil his girlfriend. Why would he spoil someone he doesn't know? Someone that has no loyalty to him, no loyalty to him. Someone that would not even care, right? Care about him. Why? Women are demanding, oh, I don't want coffee dates. What's dating for? It's like, why do you demand so much of a stranger you don't know? A man that you wouldn't even give a hug to because you don't know him. Yet you demand so much of him. It's absolutely ridiculous. Men want a girlfriend, not a dependent.
I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not spending money on a random t-shirt.
Yeah, but like we're on a date, so like you're gonna pay for what I want to buy right now.
Yeah, but you're not my girl, so why not spend money on you?
Because we're on a date. Am I not giving you my time right now?
Your time?
Am I not giving you my time and my presence? So you could at least.
We need a lot more than time if you want me to spend money on you. I'm not gonna lie.
That is the problem with a lot of women nowadays. They have main character syndrome. They are narcissistic. Women don't really understand the concept of dating anymore. They don't. The concept of dating, the purpose of dating, is to get to know each other, to vet the person, to evaluate if this person, okay, is right for a relationship. Women now view dating as, I would go for men too. If men view dating as just someone to have sex with, that's not how you go about it. But we have so many women viewing dating as, you know what? You're getting my time, and you need to do all this for my time. Because they think there's something special. This is the thing why men have made the whole, the prize conversation. It's to try to break up this whole notion women have that they are the prize, that just their time, okay, just their time, their presence is worth everything a man can give them, right? And everything a man should give them. Money, time, effort, all that shit. When in reality, you look at dating, both a man and a woman is giving each other their time. So that's equal. Both a man and woman should be giving each other effort. That's equal. What becomes not, you go over the inequality part is the money. Is the money part. Where you have more leg to stand on, okay? When you think, oh, you don't, I'm not owed a kiss, I'm not owed a hug, I'm not owed anything physical. But you're owed his money? He's not owed anything physical, which I'm not saying that men are. I never say men are owed women's body. But you're owed his money? You're owed his money. Because what? And women kind of say, oh, what, a few dollars? Okay, if it's only a few dollars, why don't you spend it? Right? I think it's funny when women say, oh, men think that they're owed sex because they spend $20, $50, $100. Well, then why don't you spend it? Why is it logical that women constantly say no to coffee dates because it's low effort, no to 50-50 dates because, whatever, and belittling the amount of money men have to spend on a date? Yet women wouldn't do it themselves. Women wouldn't do it themselves. Women wouldn't be spending money on men like that. This is the thing. Women really need to understand this concept. It is true. Men are not owed your body. You're not owed men's money. Okay? I hate this concept where women constantly said it, right? Men paying whatever does not equate their body, correct? But your time does not equate a man's money. Please have a consistent logic, right? Consistent ideology. If he's not owed anything, you're not owed anything. Keep it equal. I honestly think that men are more equal than women. Men nowadays are more egalitarian than women are. Okay? I think women just like to pick and choose which one they like, which ideology they like. Okay? But it's getting ridiculous. No benefit in marriage.
I saw a post that said women would rather share a man with money than be with a broke dude that's coming up. And they ain't never lied. Because every time that I see now, like on Instagram, people getting into it, you look up the reason they getting into it, and it's 9 times out of 10 about a man. You look up the man, and then you see this girl, you're like, oh, okay. He ain't a looker, but damn, he got the racks. Like, I get it. Like, it's a hard time, yes. In this economy, these bitches is ready to WWE about they been, and I'm not. And here's the thing, I'm not mad about it.
I want to say something that I have a video that I was talking about women's value, right? They get older. So I think it's funny that women don't understand. Yes, women's value is looks. Men's value is looks, but they can, obviously, by this video, you can see that men can compensate for their value with wealth. I just think it's funny that you see this woman, maybe not totally this woman, but women in general, fake hair, a whole bunch of makeup, fake shit on their face, fake body parts, fake teeth. So women's beauty is Okay. But I want to talk about this where this is a thing where you can see how superficial women are. Right? You can see how superficial women are and how they usually prove men right. And you wonder why men lead with money. You wonder why. Because here's the thing. You would share a man if he has money. You don't want to build with a man. Okay? A man that, you know what, where you can build feelings, loyalty, you know, you can build with a good man. Rather you would, you know what, share a wealthy man. That is the mindset of women. Very superficial. You're seeing this more and more nowadays where, honestly, women are the definition of superficiality. Okay, but I'm not saying men aren't, but women have really mastered it to a new level. Before, it was money. Now it's also money and looks and all these other shit too. So it's tough out there. It's tough out there. And this is how, right? This is how the top tier men are winning. Not average men, not, you know, not, definitely not below average men, but how top tier men are winning. Because they can get women to share them with other women just because they have money. God forbid this man has money and looks, he's like never settling down.
This TikToker apparently went on 6 dates a week and didn't have to buy groceries for 2 years. No, I ain't saying she's a food digger, but she ain't messing with no broke eaters. Yo, I think this is actually genius. And I think a lot of people were giving her flack for this and saying that she was kind of a bad person. But honestly, I think she's low-key a genius, right? Like, yo, inflation is sky high right now. Okay, like you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when jobs are not paying you what we are owed. Like they're sitting there trying to pay you minimum wage, and people are having to work 1, 2, 3 jobs just to survive. Okay, so going out on a couple of dates and getting a couple of free meals, I mean, what's wrong with that? Unfortunately, she admitted that she didn't really do this. She was actually joking about the whole thing, which kind of makes me sad. I wish she really had done that, right? Like, I feel like girl power, okay? Like, come on. I mean, I wish I could do it. You know, if I was really pretty and skinny and stuff, you know, I would totally do it. You know, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? That's all I got to say. Let me know your opinions.
Okay, so whether she did it or not, you know, it is what it is. Because men know women do this. Men do know. I mean, maybe not to any crazy extreme or whatever, but men do know it. Men do know that women use men for whatever. If women can get whatever they can get from men, they do it. But this is the thing where, remember that, because this is the thing where you see her energy. It's like, women should do it, right? Do whatever you can do, right? Where's that energy when men do it? Okay? Men would do, like, where's the energy when men do whatever underhanded things they do, right? Lying, whatever, so they can get into women's pants. And then you call men misogynistic, you call men whatever. Because that's the same mentality those type of men have. They do whatever to get what they want. Same thing with a woman like that, okay? The ideology like that. Women do the same. Women are no better than men. I'm not saying what she did is wrong or right, although it is wrong, right? But I would say men that, you know, go after women to just get their bodies wrong too. So yeah, I will hold the same, you know, views for both sides. What I find is the hypocrisy in that. Here's a woman that, I bet you, if it was reversed, where a man would play women just so he could get their bodies and ghost them the next day or whatever, she would call this man misogynistic, or man is toxic, a man is a terrible man. But if a woman, right, do what she can do to use a man, right, use him as a wallet, that is, you know, you go girl, right, girl power. That's the hypocrisy in that. That's the disgustingness of that. And here's the thing also, shit like that, the ideology like that is why I said women are ruining dating. Women have ruined dating. Because a lot of men have experienced this kind of mentality. Just, you don't like the man, you don't care for the man, you're not attracted to the man, you could care less about the man. But you will definitely say yes to a date because you get a meal out of it, you get experience out of it. Something that maybe tell your friends, or, you know, you got a free meal out of it. Men know this shit. Men have experienced this shit. And men are tired of this. And then you hear this like, like, it's not just underhanded. And it's not just, you know, something that men know, but it's not no proof of it. Here's proof. Women would willingly, any chance they get, use a man for whatever she could use him for. It's disgusting.
A guy planning and taking you on dates, buying you flowers, showering you in affection and romance, and doing up romantic surprise gestures is not high standards. It's quite literally the bare minimum. Him being romantic is the only thing that separates him from being your friend. Wait.
What separates women from being your friend? So if men doing all this this bare minimum thing, the basic requirement thing, what are women doing? What's separating women from being your friend? Sex? So should men do this bare minimum, right, to distinguish them from being your friend? So in turn, should women give men sex to distinguish themselves from being your friend? The bare minimum. That's the thing where you gotta see both sides. If you think that that's the bare minimum to distinguish men from being your friend, what are women's obligations to distinguish themselves from being your friend? I mean, it's like, this is the thing with women saying, and her bare minimum is pretty much a boyfriend. Not someone that you don't know you're going on a date with. Romantic interest is like, romantic interest should be established, you know, pretty much when you're actually interested in the person. Most women, in my honest opinion, they're not that interested in the guys they're going on dates with. Most of the times, these guys have to prove themselves to women, have to change women's mind to be interested in them. I bet you a lot of these women are not attracted to these said men. They're not attracted to these men. So these men have the uphill battle of changing women's minds. You know, getting her to actually be interested in him. So going the extra mile when women are more likely to ghost you, ignore you, reject you, only see red flags in you, probably won't even bother to see you a second date. Does what? Men are waking up from this, where they have seen men go the extra mile for women and just to get ghosted, just to get rejected, just to get that, oh, he's a red flag, or you know what, I'm not interested anymore. No. The bare minimum, the actual bare minimum is just to get to know each other, right? Just to get to know each other. Once you get to know each other, once you're actually interested in each other, you know, first, second, third, maybe fifth date, where you know what, you're actually, yeah, I see a future with this person. Yeah, those romantic interests go the extra mile, sure. Where you know that it's heading towards a relationship, not heading towards, you know, she ghosting you. Also, this insanity that to say the bare minimum. Okay, I really want to know what women deem as above and beyond. I really do, okay? If doing surprise and romantic gestures is the bare minimum, okay? Buying flowers, doing, you know, going on romantic dates, doing all that is the bare minimum. What, women don't ever talk about it. What is the above and beyond man? What is he? And are these above and beyond men actually desired by women or actually being locked down by women? Because, fine, if this is the bare minimum, so the men that are going above and beyond, are women actually appreciating it? I question that.
And sir, if you text me and ask me how my day going and I tell you that it's not going well and you don't respond back and ask me how can you be of service, how can you help, how can you fix it, how can you make it better? Don't worry about it. Have a great life.
And women wonder why they're chronically single, right? They wonder why when dating is so easy for them, they're chronically single. Because in their mind, men are only good if they can be used. Men are only good if they can take away women's adult responsibilities, right? Make women's life easier. This is why men are walking away from dating. This is also why the players and the bad boys are up. Because they don't care, right? They'll give you money just to get some of it. But they will pump and dump, right? Once they get it, they will pump and dump. So you're pretty much transactional. You're pretty much just transactional. That's the thing. It's not about caring for someone. It's about, you know, what can you provide? It's purely what money. How much can you provide for me? How much can you enrich my life? Instead of, you know what, how about enriching my life with your love, with your devotion, your dedication, you know, how you treat somebody. But all the women care about how you treat them monetarily. And then you wonder why relationships have become so transactional, right? Because a man will, you know, now he wants to pay for it. Well, he wants to get some. Women just don't understand it, right? Men are paying it for free. Men are just like giving you money. Oh, just the kindness of their heart. Now that they're giving you money, they want their investment, right? They want the payoff. I'm sorry, this is why I said women are the root of all the problems in the dating market. Women have created transactional relationship. It's no more about love. It's no more about building with somebody. It's no more about being there with someone through the hard times and the good times. It's about, you know what, you're a tool, you're a wallet, you are a whole, right? That's it, right? I'm paying for something, I'm getting something. Plain and simple. And it's just funny. It really is, because again, these will be the same type of women who complain about men are liars, men are cheaters, right? Men, oh, how could you tell men lie? Because this energy. Why wouldn't a man lie to this? Right? Because all you care about is how he's gonna enrich your life, how he's gonna pay to make your life better. So why wouldn't liars be attracted to this? Good men would not, because they don't want to be used. They don't. And they don't want everything to just be about money. So this is why women don't understand how you know you attract liars, because of energy like this, okay?